If we do want to label this as a children's film, it is a great example of the best of that genre. The kids really feel like they're in danger. They don't insult my intelligence, and it's just fun for the whole family.
It's not that hard to insult our intelligence, apparently.
Steven Spielberg presents the 20th anniversary of E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial.
Welcome to Kyle and Dave vs. the Machine video edition. We are watching E.T. this week.
The Extra-Terrestrial?
E.T. : the Extra-Terrestrial. This is one of those films where it feels like kind of ridiculous to be like, so what's your opinion on E.T.? Like a movie that has been talked to death over the last 40 years. But that's how we're going to start. Dave, what were your immediate thoughts on watching E.T. again?
Does it hold up? And should it have been the most popular movie of its era? As it turns out, yes and yes. I was surprised. I was assuming that it was, I mean, it is technically a kid's film, whatever that means, but it's also Steven Spielberg, so it's got mood and it's shot beautifully, and the story is incredible. It's got that slow build-up that maybe we're losing touch with. We need to hurry. We need immediate content.
We have to go. We have to hurry.
Cut. I watched it with my son. He's turning 8, and to watch him sort of struggle through the beginning, like telling him, just wait, I forgot E.T. dies. Spoiler alert.
You've gone someplace else.
He was crying, and then in the resurrection, is it Jesus?
E.T. is Jesus, is what we're trying to say.
And then
Father leaves him alone on Earth. He has to find his way back, and he's crucified for it. Basically, the Jesus story.
Maybe. I got that sense of great storytelling where, you know, everybody's like heel click jumping, wellspring of emotion. Fucking fantastic.
That is what I kept returning to. In my opinion, this has the perfect final 25 minutes of a movie. From the time where E.T. comes back to life, all the way to the end, and that's cut to black. I'm just like, I'm in this to win this. Perfect filmmaking. So it's no wonder like people came back and rewatched this like 4, 5, 6 times at the theater. Outgrow Star Wars. It leaves you so happy. It's like, I need to bring everyone I know to come and see this movie. Oh, my parents haven't seen this yet? I'm going to bring my parents to come and see this movie.
That's what happened when I watched 7.
Just have to come back. You have to see Brad Pitt. You have to see Brad Pitt. I love this movie. I had such a fun time revisiting it. I love the slow build up. There is some pacing things, I think, in the middle portion. But like I said, I'm so involved with this movie. And I think that's to Steven Spielberg's credit of casting good child actors. And I think filming this sequentially probably helped get them emotionally to where they needed to be.
Quarantine is now the wrong word to use because of the times we live in. Is it over?
Yeah. Who knows?
So the kids were held separately. He would give them pieces of the script and they would basically live the script. We're not trying to belabor the point that this is a classic. It's just there are little nuances that people have to appreciate, I think. It's not just a movie. Apparently, according to Kyle, we'll get hate mail anyways, because a lot of people who think Spielberg can't make good movies, fucking idiots.
Well, he's a populist director, Dave, so like he doesn't know how to make art. 40 years later, there's things that still are just so good about this movie. Yes, some of the special effects don't really hold up all that well, but I could literally not care less about what the special effects looks like. John Williams, again, his partnership with Spielberg is so storied. The E.T. theme is so good, and I just love that very final moments before we cut to black, them just going hog wild on the timpani, bum, 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 filling it with so much enthusiasm at the end of this. If we do want to label this as a children's film, I think it is a great example of the best of that genre, the best of that style of movie. The kids really feel like they're in danger. They don't insult my intelligence as an adult while watching it, and it's just fun for the whole family.
It's not that hard to insult our intelligence, apparently.
We are the lowest form of entertainment, Dave. We do have a guest on our podcast, Matt Koplick, the host of Broadway Breakdown. We do also have an extended conversation about Tootsie the Musical, so that's going to entice you.
We should have had them both on last week, a 4-way. So
that's my
let's
Saturday
take a
nights,
look here.
Dave. Ooh, hey-o.
So this week in 1982. March 16th, someone by the name of Klaus von Bülow is found guilty of the attempted murder of his wife by a court in Newport, Rhode Island. A Danish-born British lawyer, a socialite.
Such an important news story that we have to remember it 40 years later.
It left her in a coma. as well as an alleged insulin overdose. He had been trying to kill her for a while,
With
but
insulin
he was
shots.
exonerated in a second
great.
trial. March 18th, a legal case brought by Mary Whitehouse against the National Theatre of Britain concerning alleged obscenity in the play The Romans in Britain ends after the Attorney General intervenes.
The National Theatre specifically has come under fire because it is funded by the British government. So anything even a little racy gets people up in arms because it's like, my money is going to fund this art that had the swear word or had a gay person in it, and people get all mad about it.
Turns out this is a stage play about imperialism and abuse of power, but the controversy is that there's a depiction of homosexual
Right.
rape.
So
So
there
you
we-
hit the nail on the head.
There we go.
There's apparently a penis in it on stage. Must be a large one
Not,
to see from the
not
back
though,
row.
in the movie E.T.
Well,
The finger. We know what that finger really represented.
let's do March 19th because it's not that important. March 19th, Argentine scrap metal workers. Infiltrated by Marines. Raise the flag of Argentina on... it's the Falkland Islands. I only read the beginning and I was like, Argentine scrap. No. Raise the flag of Argentina on South Georgia and the Falkland Islands.
And that starts the Falkland
That's going
Islands
to be...
War, does it not?
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. We got some context. I mean, this has nothing to do with E.T., but it's fun to learn what life was like.
People
back
were
in
coming
the
into seeing
good
E.T.
old
and be
days.
like, oh my gosh, all these Argentines. I just want to be swept away by another foreign nationalist.
Good. We got political.
Thanks everyone for watching. Of course, the whole episode is going to be available on our podcast channels. We'll see you next week. We are going to be talking about Gandhi, the Best Picture
that?
winner, Gandhi.
I've never heard of that movie before.
Tell me when it's